Why Mexico? I mean, I'm sure there were, I mean, I know personally that there's a lot of Fulbright programs. Maybe you looked at all of them, but you chose the binational one. Like, why Mexico?
So I went to a bilingual immersion school when I was younger, from like kinder to eighth grade. And like 95% of the students at my school were Mexican. So I kind of grew up in Mexican culture and traditions and all of that stuff. And I obviously learned the language from Mexicans. So naturally, when I finished my undergraduate and graduate degree, I was like, I'm not done with Spanish. Like, I still want to be able to use this. And now I know what I want to do for business. So what can I do to combine it? So initially, if you're looking into Fulbright, make sure you build a relationship with your advisor. My advisor is the one that put me on to this specific grant, because initially I was like, I'll go back to Chile because I studied abroad in Chile too. And I was like, oh, I kind of know people, I can make it work. And she was like, you should do the business grant because you're trying to combine both your business pursuits and your language abilities. So it would be perfect. And I did it. And yeah, that's that's kind of why I chose Mexico, because not only did she tell me about this program, but I also just wanted to kind of have a full circle moment with my studies of Spanish and business. So it was all perfect.
Oh my God, that's amazing. And yeah, shout out to your advisor. I also loved my advisors who helped me research and ultimately apply for the Bourne. Like, they were that girl. It's like you go to a website or you go to like a TikTok that specializes in something. I'm like, that's just that person. And they just know everything. They
And I'm
can,
like, thanks.
yeah. And I mean, I love that because in my mind, I guess I would think that the binational grant is a little more specialized. So a little less competition maybe, and like more likelihood to help you get it.
Well, I think the competition just came, like when you're on the Fulbright site, I don't know if it was the same for Boren, but you know how many people will get accepted each year. So like they tell you what is, like sometimes it's around, I don't know what the max is, but I feel like I saw some with like 100 and they're like, okay, you should apply to that because you have a higher likelihood. In Spain, there was always a heavily impacted program. So it was always like, if you take your chances to apply to this one, when you can't apply to two at the same time, so you can only apply to one. But if you take your chances to apply to this one and you don't get it, then you're just kind of out of luck. And for this one, there was 16 grantees that were going to be accepted that year. And I heard maybe like 50 people had applied to that one, at least my year. So yes, there was a higher chance because it's like one of those things, if you know, you know. Like if you see this program and you're like, you fully align with it, then you're going to apply. But other than that, yeah, it was a small amount of grantees that they chose and I was just happy to be one.